Hello everyone, and first off, happy Thanksgiving. I just want to say, I hope you guys are really keep in mind what all this day is about. Give thanks to your family, spend some good quality time, eat some good quality food for all of my folks in the U.S. I'm thankful for a lot of things. Thank you for you guys for watching. Thank you for my family and friends. And guys, hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today, that's a good sight right there. Got the dryer running. We're getting the other combine started up. We're gonna run 2 machines today. You guys are gonna want to stay tuned for the whole video. Got some pretty good surprises coming. We got a 12-row corn head and an 8-row corn head. We're gonna be knocking out corn 20 rows at a time. And hey, our grain dryer wants you guys to like this video. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, that really would mean a lot. You should have hit that button right down there. Let's get into the video. Already, I'm dumping the quad right now, raising up the bucket or the bed here a little bit. They're feeding cattle right now. We got one more bunch to do this morning. Pat's changing over the 2588. 7088's already out back, ready to roll. We're getting things done this morning. It's only 10 o'clock. The bin we're drying into right now, about 3 rings high. Out of 9, I think. Out of 10, so 3 out of 10. So we'll be drying in this bin for a couple days. We're at our wet bin right now. It's about half full. I'm gonna unhook this wagon, get the 340 Magnum on it because it's gonna be sloppy. We're gonna go from there. For some reason, I got another one bites of dust stuck in my head. Dun, dun, dun. Ba-dun, dun, dun, dun. Because it's got to go on the wagon because it's sloppy, and we want sloppy. We're going to be going in hills, and we want duals and weight and power. So we're going to put the 340 on. 340 is unhooked, ready to get on the wagon. Alright guys, I'm going to pull the 400 out real quick. Then I got a surprise. Might even make it a separate video, but we'll see. Take a look at our dryer right now. Fun fact, our dryer has ran for 1,473 hours. So right now, here's the layout of the Quantum Meyer screen. Here's your wet corn moisture and your dry corn moisture. We're setting it for 14.5 to 15. And it's coming in right around 21 right now. It's got an unload rate of 34%, which I believe the max unload rate of this thing is like 1,000, so it's unloading 300 or so bushels an hour, which isn't great, but hey, it is what it is. I'll do a whole video on our grain handling setup at some point if you guys would like. Just let me know. Alright, I just got to text the quad's getting filled right now. Let's go take a look. Not sure. I really want to get a 4-wheeler because I'm lazy. I want to get over there quick so I can get back working on the quad or working on the chisel. Flat. Well, we'll see if this thing will even start. Oh yeah, this thing is full. Very, very full. They're just over on top of that hill over there. Oh yeah, that'll work. They're over up on top of that hill there. And just little old me is gonna go dump some corn. An annoying buzz is of the low air alarm, but I have enough air to last. I got the long drive over to the pit. It's gonna take me a little while to get there, guys. By long drive, I mean it's about 100 yards max. Hey, there's the cat and the chisel. You guys already saw that video of me working on that. There's my Uncle Bun. He's working on the bean head right now. And this bad boy up. There it is. It's not as wet as I thought it was. As I thought it would be, I should say. Our quad is a very handy truck. Gets in a lot of places. Nice and tight. It's a straight truck, so it's much easier to maneuver. And it holds like 800 bushels, so can't complain with that. And just look at that stance. Ow, ow! Almost empty, then I'll go put it back to Kurt. And there's my grandma. Hi, Grandma, behind the tree. Gosh darn it, Curtis. He's already dumped on me again. I don't have any time to work on that chisel. I'm gonna go dump this quad, and then next time I'm taking it up to Butch's. This thing's pretty simple to drive. You drive it like a 9-speed, so 1, 2, 3. You got your 2 axles that you raise up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you guys have any cool names for trucks? We call this one the quad. Oh, now we really don't have any other names other than the 99, the 93, the 20, the new one. I mean, those are the names for our trucks. What do you guys think? You guys any cool names for them? And all I'm doing to get this, I gotta get it in gear. And once I got the pump activated, then I just pull back and rev it up and it races up. And to get it in gear, I just put it in clutch in, put it in first, pull the yellow button and push in the red, then it's good. Oh shoot, oh shoot, it's starting to spill over. Woo! I stopped just in time. I made an oopsie last year where I accidentally raced it too far and whoosh, right over the side. Yeah, no bueno. I need to head up to Butch's, partially because it's golden hour right now, it's a beautiful day, and I want to get the drone up in the air, so I'm gonna go a little bit early. Actually, I see Brian coming full right now, so this actually might be perfect. So I'm gonna head up there, park, I'm gonna take the semi, we got a semi waiting up there, so I'm gonna take that back next time. There they are right there, opening up that field. Well, it is already opened up. Nice. Alrighty, Kurt's filling me up or give me a half a load. So I'm gonna go fly the drone for a touch a bit. Alright, well, here's me flying the drone for a touch a bit. I've gotten a new system where I've cut out the yawn, so hopefully you guys enjoy that and not the yawning. So anyway, we are over at our Butch's property right now. We got both combines that are rolling and are rolling strong. Curtis and Nathan, you guys see them on the near side right here, and Pat and my dad are on the far side. It was an absolutely gorgeous sunset out today. I mean, it actually made some pretty dang good backdrops at golden hour. So we're on the 8050 and the 2588 together, paired up with the Case 1020 corn head. And we also have the Steiger 400 paired up with the Gehring Roll 12 roll and the 7088 combine. It was kind of a slow going here. It's only 14 acres, so but it's so choppy and kind of windy and hilly, as you guys can kind of see. So it's good to run both combines, get it knocked out pretty quickly. Got it knocked out in about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. And it made it, like I said, it made this sunshine. I caught it right at the end, so it was really, really nice how it ended up working out. But this corn was yielding pretty well. It wasn't down or anything like that, so the 12 row had no problem. If you guys can remember, the Geringhoff has some issues dealing with down corn, but no, with the 7088 actually handles that 12 row head pretty well. I mean, we can definitely get a lot more done than with just having an 8 row. The biggest reason is, we can only drive so fast in this terrain, I don't think we ever drive more than 4 mile an hour period. And that's even pushing it with an 8 row head in our terrain. But so with that 12 row head, we can go, let's just say 3 mile an hour. So with the 8 row, we average 3.5. With the 12 row, we average 3. So we're getting more done, just because ground speed is pretty. We don't like to push it in these terrains. So yeah, it was a pretty decent day for combining up here. It ended up being pretty nice out for like 40 degrees. We got a lot done today, as you guys will kind of see. I think we knocked out 2 fields and opened up another, and then got a good and started on the 4th field, as you guys will kind of see later in the video. And ended up making some pretty good corn. The moisture was a little bit wetter than we would like. I think it was like 23 to 26, somewhere around there. But honestly, the corn was standing. Everything was running good. We really can't complain. And we got some surprises. You'll see, like I'm recording this actually the day before Thanksgiving. I believe it's 5 days after what this actually was taking place, and there was some crap that happened. So be sure to stay tuned for that. It's not good, especially Wednesday. Oh gosh, not good at all. But anyway, the Saturday was pretty dang good. Nathan's running the 2588. He's going about 3 to 3.2 mile an hour. And that old head was running fine. All the pieces of equipment was running really good. Brian and I were keeping up in the truck and wagon. This terrain we're in right now is just really, really cool. There's a lot of timber, a lot of up and down, some creeks. Our neighbor raised cattle in that pasture there with that pond. So really, really nice terrain that we're in. Not the most efficient farm ground in the world, but I'd say this is what our average terrain is. We'd make do with what we got. Our ground is hilly. And we farm with what's tillable right now. There's a lot of timber around here. There's a lot of ground that's only suitable to make cash flow by raising animals. So we make do with what we got to do. That's why we run more equipment than what a lot of guys would think for only having 2,500 acres. But for our terrain, like I said before, we got to do what we got to do, and we're still late in getting the crop out. But this 12 row head and the 7088 really helps. I'm hoping that next year we keep these two, maybe trade up on the 12 row and get rid of the 25 and 8 row and maybe go to 212s. That would be pretty nice. That would set us up nicely for success, I would think, at least. But for the most part, these two machines are about 2 years apart, a year to 2 years. No, I believe the 25 is like a 2006. And the 70 is like a 2010. So they're a little bit farther apart, but as far as capacities goes, the one's a class 7, the other one's a class 5.5, class 6, somewhere on there. So my dad's pulling out in the field. We pulling out on the gravel road. We had to load. We couldn't be driving in the fields because it was still pretty wet, so we actually had to load on the road for the semis. You'll see a little later, but Brian was actually well, you already saw, but Brian was able to pull in the field with the tractor, but I wouldn't have made it with the trucks. So we actually ended up, we're in our cattle yard, what we call butches right now, loading. We actually put in a cattle crossing. That was that mound of dirt there. Here's all our cows. So we put in a cattle crossing right in front of my dad right there. That's why there's that big mound of dirt. So my dad was just loading the semi right now, and then I'm going to go ahead. You'll see it a little later, but I'm going to take that semi and pull the quad back in there. So anyway, just about done with my rambling, getting a nice little aerial view of our cattle yard and my dad dumping on myself, and then we'll kind of pan over to where we're at harvesting. So let's get back to the regular video. Hope you guys enjoyed that drone footage. Here comes that nice 7410 coming. My dad's dumping. Nice 7410 right there. Alright, my dad's all done. I'm going to back him onto the road and take off. Good enough, bud man, good enough. I'm going to pull this thing out in the road, then back the straight truck in here. Alright, now I'll back the quad out. Okay. Quad's backed out. Trying to close this tarp and head over. Actually, no, I'm not even going to close the tarp. I'm just going to keep it under 35 just because I hate this manual tarp. It's a pain in the butt. Combine's on the road right there. I think it's our neighbor. We'll probably finish this field by the time I get dumped. Get ready, cause here it comes. You guys wanted to do it while I was loaded. Well, I'm loaded. All right, that thing is dumping. Well, hey, what's the grain cart doing back? Looks like it's empty. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe fueling up. Alrighty, this thing is empty. Quick flow of how our grain goes. Right in here, up the dry leg, into the dryer first. The dryer is full, it overflows into this wet bin. And from the out of the wet bin back into this wet leg. It's a continuous cycle. Then out of the dryer, into this dry leg, into one of these 3 bins. Simple as that. Clear as mud. Don't knock it till you guys have one. This thing is slick. I love it. Alrighty, I'm gonna go pick up my dad. He's gotta take off. He's got a date with my mom tonight, so he's gonna take off a little early. They bought tickets back in April, so she would not be too happy if he didn't go. So I'll head down there and go pick him up. Gosh, Nathan, hurry up. So slow. So we just got done up at Butch's. I think we did about 40 acres so far today, ballpark, something like that. We're just heading over to Freddy's right now, I believe. So I'm following Nathan. I just saw Pat in front of him and my dad after Pat. So we're gonna head down there, get moved. I'm gonna pick up my dad. He needs a vehicle down there. There's Pat, the nice little folding corn head. Right here to the left is where we chopped the other day. 3 videos ago for you guys. Card up there if you guys are curious. So these guys are just pulling in. Freddy's is a 90 acre field, 80 or 90 acre field. It'll take us a little while to get it done. Probably at least a day. There's Patrick. And Nathan's coming in. Woo! Nice bright LEDs there. Monster's unfolding. The other monster just jumped in. Just getting to the quad, gonna bring that home. Alrighty guys, bad news. So the corn that we're harvesting right now, it did not hit maturity when the freeze happens. This corn is crap, absolutely crap. Like we probably couldn't even market this stuff. Our only option is to cut off the end rows, feed that to the cattle and chop it. This is bad. This stuff is very, very bad. Oh, that worries me for what else we're gonna find. What I mean by that is that basically the crop didn't fully mature when it got killed off by a frost, so it probably didn't get to black layers, so which means all the kernels will probably just shriveled up and wetter than heck. Miserable. This stuff is extremely moist. It is black layered. I was kind of surprised at that. This stuff is wet. I doubt we'll ever plant this number again because this is extremely wet stuff. It's a white cob, which I've honestly never seen before. We don't like it, that's for sure. It is wet and it is not combining worth a damn. I bet it's at least 30%. I think what we're gonna do is we're actually probably gonna take this end rows that I chopped off, that we combined off, and throw it in the blower up into the silo, and then we'll chop the rest of this. Alrighty, Curtis is dumping on me right now. It's a little bit sloppy here, so I'm gonna have him put a little bit on me, then I'm gonna go back and forth and pack down the ground. That way I know geez, don't kill the tractor. That way I know I can get out of here. Alrighty, Curtis dumping on me right now. Look, this stuff just looks moist. It's just very glossy. So Kurt's dumping on me. You can tell how wet corn is when it piles like this. When you got a steep incline, you know corn is very wet. With drier corn, it's much flatter. I think Curtis has been playing in the mud. You been getting me any camera videos?
Not yet.
What the heck? Ah, slacker. Oh, just waiting and chilling right now. Looks like they're just finally finishing up the end rows. This 90-acre piece, or 80 or 90-acre piece, is quite big for our area. I mean, there's areas where quarter section is small, but for our area, this field is pretty big for us. So it takes a while to get around it. Plus, corn being this crappy, it's not running very well. So we'll get this done. We'll get these end rows knocked off, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do. He is not moving very fast. Alrighty, Nathan's dumping on Brian right now. Pat's right there coming along in the last pass of end rows. I think that won't be exactly the last. We had our neighbor custom plant this. He planted with a 16-row planter, so it's not like our normal 24-row. And there's Curtis right there. Dumping right now. Just got that thing dumping. Check the dry bin that we're drying into. It's gone a ring and a half today, so that's a 40,000 bushel bin, or 38,000. We've done dried about 6,000 bushels so far today. The top indicator light on the wet bin just came on not too long ago, so we're getting full. Just finished up the chisel. I forgot a couple things. There's a couple grease zerks in the hubs I forgot to do. So I just gotta go air up 2 tires, and that thing's gonna be good to go, I think. Oh, it took me all day. Hey, it's all right. I'm gonna move this semi out of the way, go down, bring the pickup down there, go down and get a wagon, bring the wagon back and start unloading that. Oh, that's sloppy. And I think they're gonna be calling it quits after that. It's just too wet. We don't wanna be opening up a field in the dark. Hey, there's Curtis, Nathan, and Brian over there, 2 grain carts and a combine. The other combine is way off in the distance, basically right at the dead center of your screen right now. Curtis is coming to go dump on that wagon right now on the 340. Yeah, this is really sloppy. Yeah, I'm glad we're not taking a truck in here. There goes Curtis, and here goes me. Let's head down the road. So a lot of you guys criticize us for having wagons, but if we didn't have a wagon right now, we wouldn't have any way to get grain out of the field. So it is what it is. We like having at least 1 wagon. Ideally, I'd like to have 2. And done. All right, now it's time to walk back over to the grain bins. There's your dryer corn. Into the grain pump, into the dry leg. This stuff is so wet, it's not even flowing out of the gravity wagon. God bless America. Literally just walking on grain, shoving it down. Gonna turn her in for the night. So I'm gonna drop the wagon just because it's so easy to drop. And I'm gonna put the 340 in the shed because that's where brand new 340 Magnums should be kept. Now I'm gonna take the cat, fire this bad girl up. She is a little cold. Oh, door watcher, did not miss you. Yeah, good enough. Oh, lights. Go raise and lower it a couple times to kind of work in the grease I put on the rock shaft. I'm going to grease it again. Completely forgot to video it, guys, but basically what I did is I unfolded it, raised it and lowered it like 4 or 5 times to really work in that grease on that tube, so it kind of goes the whole way, the whole diameter around the tube, and then I'm folding it back up again. I'm going to leave it sit here. Well, guys, that was a nice long day of footage, but I forgot to talk about the X-Talker. I haven't seen a walkie-talkie that can reach over 3 miles in my area, and this thing does. Like, I was talking right here to Pat all the way down south of his place. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Would highly recommend these along with the micro mobiles. It's been a combination that's worked well for us. Alrighty, guys, tired. It's 9:30. We're gonna peace out. So hope you guys enjoyed that video of me walking in the dark right now. If you guys did enjoy that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now. Cow. Ta-ta for cow.